All right, guys, the global anniversary is right around the corner, and I am hoping that they are going to, fix the summon menu. We are about to get some fire units and maybe potentially some new content in the game, although I'm not necessarily holding my breath for that because I imagine new content will come with the JP 3-year anniversary, right? But we'll see how that ends up going. The global anniversary should be around the 12th of February, so not too far off. And I just wanted to do this video to make my own predictions about what characters I think we might get for the global anniversary. So the very first thing I'm going to say is it is almost definitely going to be celebration characters. So all of my guesses are going to be celebration characters. I'm not going to guess steampunk or anything else because that is more than likely not going to happen. Now, could it happen for the JP anniversary? Absolutely. But if we know anything about global, they tend to follow a trend for a year, is the way it seems, right? Because we had the fantasy characters in year 1, and now for year 2 so far, we have had the celebration characters. So far, we have gotten Celebration Deku, we have gotten Celebration Uraraka, we have gotten Celebration Bakugo, and we got Celebration Yaoyorozu. Now, what do all of these characters have in common? Well, the answer is they were all featured on a memory before they came out. Okay, and so if we go back and look at those memories, we will see other characters featured alongside them who have not yet been released as celebration characters. Now, I will start off by saying not all of these characters are probably going to get a celebration version unless they end up carrying it over into next year. But at least this year, they're not all going to get a celebration version. It would be very cool to get all of these characters as a celebration version eventually, but I don't know that it will happen. Okay, so we're going to take a look at these memories here, and I'm going to tell you which of the characters I think are most likely to receive a UR version. We will be getting 2 characters for the global anniversary, so we have a chance to get any 2 of these celebration characters that I am about to show you. Okay, so this first picture here is with Yaoyorozu, who we already have, right? And then we have a bunch of characters that are not in the game yet. Shoji just actually came to the game, so I would rule him out right there on that assumption that they're not going to put another one in back to back, right? Because then why would people want to summon for the general pool one if they're going to put a celebration version out right afterwards? That'd be incredibly dumb on their part if they did that. So ideally, they're not going to do that. So you can rule this guy out. You're not going to be able to summon for him as a celebration character, which leaves you these 3 options. Now, the other question you want to ask yourself is, if they just introduced a new general pool unit, Shoji, it's his first time ever having a character in the game, are they then going to release another new character who does not have a character model in the game yet? Are they going to release Toru? Are they going to release Koda? Are they going to release Aoyama? I doubt it. Honestly, out of all of these characters, out of all the pictures I'm about to show you though, I want Invisible Girl. I will go to pity 5 times over for Invisible Girl. Like, I think it'd be so funny to just have, I don't know. I really like the character. I don't know. I don't have an explanation, but I just like, that looks sick, right? The art looks sick. And that would be worth having as a character. Otherwise, it's just funny to me. In game, right? I can't even speak because I think it's so dumb to have a character who's just invisible, and that's their whole thing. They just stand there invisible. Like, how do you make a character model for that? But with something like this, you could definitely make a character model for it, right? And it would look fairly decent. So I think they could definitely do that. They could also do these other characters, right? But I mean, I don't know. I don't honestly expect any of these 3 characters to come to the game. If they do, that is a massive dub because that means we're not only getting a celebration unit, but we're getting a new unit to the game who has not been introduced yet. So that would be a big dub, but I doubt that happens. Okay, other options for potential UR characters would be this right here. So we don't have any of these characters yet. We don't have the Jiro, we don't have the Kaminari, we don't have the Ojiro, we don't have the Kirishima, and we don't have Sero. Now, in terms of like popularity, I would say Jiro is going to win. Like, she has the best outfit here, right? Like, these are all just kind of suits. They're not that great, but Jiro stands out a lot. That is a really cool character model. People will want to summon for that. They would probably do Jiro. That would be my guess. Okay. Other options, they might do like another Ojiro because he's already in the game. I don't know who they would pick out of these characters. They're all kind of equally popular. I feel like it would probably be Kirishima if we're going on popularity though. He's a little bit more popular than the others, so maybe they would do Kirishima, but he's just so bland. He's just wearing a suit, right? So I feel like out of this image, probably going to be Jiro for a celebration character if they were to choose that. Okay. And then for this image here, once again, a bunch of characters that don't exist in the game yet besides Sue and Mina. Okay, so these two exist, but Mina only has an SR version. We've been waiting for a UR version forever, right? So I would say highly possible, highly possible. Like I would almost bet on it. I watch, I'm going to be wrong. It's not going to age well, but I'm saying right now, one of my number one predictions, right, is Mina. Okay. Once again, I said I wanted Toru, but that is not like one of my number one predictions. So number one prediction, probably Mina, because we don't have a UR Mina in the game yet. Everybody has wanted her for a very long time, and she would be a very cool character to introduce. Besides that, we could end up with potentially Sue. Sue is a character they have done quite a few versions of at this point. However, you can't really see her outfit right here, so I'm not sure what the outfit would actually end up looking like. Whereas with like Jiro, you have a full outfit to work off of right there. I'm sure they have something in mind because they came up with the art for this, obviously, but like I feel like Jiro is more likely than Sue is likely. So out of this picture, I would say Mina is the most likely. Then in terms of like Mineta or Sato very unlikely because it would be a new character. Mineta is already in the game as an SR character, but not as a UR. So once again, could happen as him coming into the game as UR. People wanted that for a very long time too. That'd be very cool. So these two are probably like my top two contenders because I would love to see these two come to the game. It'd be very cool. All right. And then also we have this memory right here where we already have Bakugo, but we don't have Aizawa yet in the pink pants. My thing is though, we just got a new red General Pool Aizawa and we just got a new Tokoyami. I highly doubt we get either of these two characters, and then Toto's just in a suit, so it's like it's not even worth it for Todoroki, right? So I doubt anything off this memory we're gonna get. We could, but I doubt it. And then on this memory, they could it's very highly probable that they could do this too. These are probably the two I want the least, but probably two very likely candidates, and that is a new All Might and a new Ida. They do have pretty sick suits. They stand out a lot, and I feel like it's probably a high chance that they already have like this All Might model made, right? So I feel like this is a high probability as well. Okay, so probably All Might and Ida is a high option. So if it were up to me, okay, I would personally vote for Mina and Mineta. Because we don't have UR versions of them yet, it'd be a great way to introduce them. They would be really broken. They would be really good, right? I would like Mina and Mineta. And then what I think they're going to do is I think they're going to give us All Might Ida, which is not terrible, right? But I think that's just probably what they're going to do. So that's like my real kind of prediction, but those are like my top two predictions. So I would go for All Might or Ida, or I would go for Mina and Mineta. Those are kind of what I'm thinking is coming to the game. Now, I think if I look at these, right, we already have Deku and Uraraka from this memory, right? We already have Bakugo from this memory. We do not have anyone from this memory, and we already have Yayorozu from this memory, okay? So a lot of these memories we already have characters from, and since we don't have characters from this memory or this memory, that really leads me to believe that we're going to at least get like one character from one of these memories, right? Because every other memory we've gotten at least a character from, like this one we got at least Bakugo from. So I'm hoping that lends more credibility to my hope that we're going to get Mineta or Mina, right? That'd be very cool. So hopefully that will end up being the case. But once again, I'm just going to reiterate, I feel like they're going to give us Ida, All Might, but who knows? But it will almost definitely be one of those characters that I've shown you guys. And who knows? They could go with something completely like off the wall. They could go Kaminari Ojiro. I don't know what they're going to do, but those are just my guesses. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Who do you think is going to come for the global 2-year anniversary? Who are you guys hoping is going to come for the global 2-year anniversary? And once again, I just want to end it off by saying, I think these characters right here in particular, like all of them, I really like the art, and I would love if any of these characters besides Shoji here came to the game, right? We just got the general pool one. We don't need another one, but any of these would be very cool. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, please consider going down there, hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, and peace.